Chapter 3 Clear Rewards. After clearing a floor of the labyrinth, there were 3 rewards you could obtain. The normal clear reward. The first clear reward. The record clear reward. I planned on monopolizing all 3 of them. For that, I need to hunt faster. Defeating the slimes one by one wasn't enough. I grabbed a sturdy stick and started digging until there was a hole deep enough to bury a body and a mound of dirt. That should do it. Time to find some dark slimes. With perfect timing, a few slimes were hopping toward me. Dark slimes like dark spaces. I ran through the gloomy forest, spotting groups of the slimes here and there. Wandering around, I attracted them until there was a horde of 20 slimes chasing me, all bouncing as fast as they could to eat me. The situation may have looked dangerous, but I was not even a bit nervous. It's only natural I'd be calm. I've hunted mobs like this countless times. That still wasn't enough. I had to gather more of them. Thus, I continued my search for dark slimes. 30, 40, 50. The number of gelatinous blobs chasing me noticeably grew. In the midst of the massive procession of dark slimes, the transcendent spirit Shadow Hunter offers you to become their acolyte. The transcendent spirit Darkness Sniper offers you to become their acolyte. The transcendent spirit Mother of Clouds offers you to become their acolyte. I received waves of offers. I've successfully caught their attention, but that shouldn't be a surprise. They've probably never seen an ordinary human draw mobs before. None of the offers from the transcendent spirits interested me. I immediately rejected all of them, aiming to receive an offer from the triad like before. Will you become the divine emissaries? You have rejected their offer. Will you become the outlaw of the wastelands? You have rejected their offer. Will you become the regent of the evil gods? You have rejected their offer. Maybe the way I rejected offers left and right piqued their interest. I started getting even more acolyte offers. Of course, I continued to reject them all. This is starting to get annoying. Block all offer messages. You have blocked all offer messages. Blocked messages will be hidden. I blocked the incoming offers with a command that hadn't been explained yet. The command only hid the messages from my view, and the transcendent spirits had no idea it was in effect. I have no interest in transcendent spirits. I need to become an acolyte of a triad like last time. I had no intention of being controlled like a puppet again and would instead use the gods to my own benefit. I continued aggroing mobs until there were 99 of them following me. Quickly changing directions, I ran toward the hole I dug. The dark slimes followed me, not knowing they were being lured into a trap. I prepared this for you. I threw a berry I'd picked up during the chase into the pit. The dark slimes all jumped into the pit after the berry, ignoring me. These guys go mad for berries. I bet they forgot all about me. The slimes all fought for the berries. As they squirmed around in the tight space, they started merging and slowly grew larger in size. When they finally became a single unit, I covered the massive slime with the mound of dirt next to the hole. The single slime hardened like candy. That done, I jumped into the hole and started stomping on the slime. It required multiple stomps due to its size, but that was fine, and the system counted that single large unit as multiple small units. Dark slimes defeated. 100/100. You've cleared the first floor of the labyrinth. Around the time Lee Taesong entered the labyrinth, everyone across the world saw the same message. A person has stepped into the first floor of the labyrinth for the first time. Time left until annihilation. 29 days, 23 hours, 58 minutes, 6 seconds. Did anyone else see the message that just popped up? I did. So someone entered the labyrinth? Who'd be fearless enough to enter already? Maybe it's that apostle or acolyte or whatever. Did someone already get selected by a transcendent spirit and enter? What are you all talking about? I can't follow this conversation at all. People had yet to be chosen by transcendent spirits, so their reaction was lukewarm at first. After a bit of time, the internet went crazy. It says I was selected by a transcendent spirit called Land Butcher. What does this mean? My transcendent spirit is the escaped experiment. I'm seeing a weird message asking if I want to be an acolyte of the Death Warden. This isn't just happening to me, right? How did you guys get selected by transcendent spirits? What's so good about becoming an acolyte? Can somebody explain? Has anyone accepted an offer yet? Give us the rundown. Is today April Fool's? What's wrong with y'all? I'm not seeing any messages. The transcendent spirits started sending messages, and the severity of the situation finally started clicking for more and more people. The witness testimony messages made people realize that it wasn't a hallucination but reality. Let me share my experience of becoming an acolyte. I got a status window and became stronger. It feels like I've evolved a step, but most importantly, I can now use acolyte exclusive skills. Okay, so it's like you obtained a video game class? Seriously? You can use skills in real life? My friend became an acolyte, no cap. I saw him use a skill, and I'm so jealous. Whose acolyte did he become? Pix or didn't happen? How do you become an acolyte? Please share. C. Go here. A. It explains it all. Hey, you bitch-ass acolytes. Stop wasting time on Reddit and go clear the labyrinth. For the sake of humanity. I became an acolyte, but this guy's attitude makes me not want to enter. Peace out. Bullshit. There's no way a god picked a loser like that motherfucker. I also got an offer from a transcendent spirit, but I declined. Why? Scary. What if I die in the labyrinth? We might all be screwed in 30 days anyway. Might as well go down fighting. People accepted their new reality, discussing a solution to the situation at hand. If you became an acolyte, go clear the first floor already. And jump into a sinkhole? That's suicidal. They said the sinkhole is a path into the labyrinth. You probably won't die. How many acolytes have entered so far? Are they even clearing the first floor yet? Y'all are such bitches. If I was an acolyte, I would have entered for the sake of humanity already. Cap. A bitch like you would stay holed up in your room. Why are you guys arguing with each other? We're all doomed if we can't clear it. We need to be buying time by clearing ASAP. Has anyone even entered after the first guy? What's the current status? What does the labyrinth even look like? I can't figure out anything since I'm not an acolyte. Do we need to install security cameras at every sinkhole so we can keep tabs on how many people enter? 30 days isn't a long time. So many began to voice their anxiety. However, the first floor of the labyrinth has been cleared by someone. The second floor of the labyrinth has opened. 10 days have been added to the annihilation countdown. Time left until annihilation. 39 days, 23 hours, 10 minutes, 19 seconds. Huh? What the? Did you guys see the message? Someone cleared the first floor? Already? It hasn't even been an hour? Did the first guy to enter clear it? Holy fuck. This is epic. Oh yeah. We now have 10 more days. Phew. What a relief. Still only 10 days. That's nothing. Seeing the message, most let out a sigh of relief. Still, it wasn't enough to fully relieve their anxiety. What they didn't know was that Lee Taesong's blitzkrieg clear was only just starting. Using the berries the dark slimes loved to merge them into a single unit was something I could have never come up with in the past. Back then, I tried to defeat them purely with the skill I'd received from the triad. I used to be so wet behind the ears, struggling against this fodder. I somehow managed to clear it in the end, but I failed to set a clear record, and it should be obvious that I was far from being the first clear. This time, things should be different. I entered before anyone else. Sure enough, you have obtained a very minor essence of strength as a reward for normal clearing the first floor. A red energy appeared in front of me before being absorbed into my body. You have absorbed a very minor essence of strength. Strength increased by 1. I couldn't see the actual values since my status window hadn't been activated yet. My stats can still increase, at least. Still, I felt the strength increase in my body. You are the first to clear the first floor of the labyrinth. You have obtained a random skill book F. as a reward for first clearing the first floor. There were many different rewards for being the first to clear a floor. Sometimes they were random skill books, sometimes they were essences, and sometimes even items appeared. I can grow much faster than anyone else by first clearing. In the past, I sometimes let others have the reward because that's what the triad told me to do. I'm not giving up anything this time around. I will monopolize it all. A book appeared in front of me before quickly disappearing. Obtained items will be stored in the inventory. It went into my inventory, but as a normal human, I couldn't open it just yet. After awakening as an acolyte, a person gained access to both the status window and the inventory. I don't need it yet. I can still clear just fine without becoming an acolyte. I had a proposal for the triad, so I had to put on a better performance first and show them how much I could get done as a normal human. First, there were still rewards to go over. First floor clear time, 47 minutes 47 seconds. You cleared the floor in record time. You have unlocked an achievement as a reward for record clearing. Digging and rounding them up took me a bit, even though finishing them off was relatively instant. You have unlocked the Labyrinth Hunter F achievement. You will lose the achievement if a new record is set within 10 days. If no one sets a new record, you will permanently obtain the effect of the achievement. Labyrinth Hunter F. Acquisition source, first floor of the labyrinth. Effects. You are able to set traps with greater expertise. You can better detect the locations of monsters. Time until permanent acquisition. 9 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds. Achievements were rewarded only if you achieved a certain record. They also weren't given out on every floor. First, 10th, 20th, 30th, so on. They were given on floors where the first digit of the floor number changed. The first 9 floors are the only exception to this rule. That much should have been obvious, but of course, I failed to obtain the first floor achievement in the past. Even though I became an acolyte of the triad, I only had self-sacrifice skills. Not to mention, I didn't know how to merge slimes. Since I was the first clear, my time was also the record time. Achievement effects are nice since they take effect even without being an acolyte. If someone else set a new record time, the achievement would go over to them. However, the allotted time window for that was 10 days. If I managed to protect my record till then, I'd permanently receive the achievement buff. I don't think I have to worry about my record being broken. People only figured out the dark slime's weakness way later. Of course, the slimes had more than one weakness. They were also weak to light. In the beginning, people hardened them by using their phones as flashlights. Hardening them with dirt is 5 times faster. As long as no one knew that method, breaking my record should have been impossible. Your clear record will be registered in the Hall of Fame. Please select a name for registration. The name wasn't that important. Since it was all for show, any name could be picked. In order to become strong, though, you had to use everything at your disposal. Aman. The name Aman has been registered. 1 ST floor of the labyrinth. Clearer, Aman. Clear time. 47 minutes 47 seconds. This will be the stepping stone to removing the planned epic skills penalty. Why else would I want to use that damn bastard's name? The triad won't like it, but they shouldn't be able to see the registered name. They are all outsiders intervening in this game, after all. The triad couldn't see or interfere with the system and could only slightly twist the rules as well as create and support acolytes like the transcendent spirits. Humans aren't the only ones participating in Amon's game. I couldn't trust and rely on the triads. Why would I when they couldn't peek at other status windows or know the missions that would be given on the next floors? I had to make my way through with only my self-trust and the knowledge I'd accumulated before my regression. Would you like to go down to the next floor? Y/N. You can return to Earth by selecting N. Do I stop or pass go? Before I decide, I should first look at my messages. Unblock all offer messages. You have unblocked offer messages. The blocked messages have been unhidden. I was met with a bombardment of messages. The transcendent spirit, Son of Thunder, offers you to become their acolyte. The transcendent spirit fallen angel offers you to become their acolyte. The transcendent spirit pandemic lab rat offers you to become their acolyte. The transcendent spirit great wizard offers you to become their acolyte. Oh, the wall of messages was unending. There sure are a lot. Did every single transcendent spirit send me an offer or something? It hadn't even been a full hour since the sinkhole appeared. I was probably the only person to have received so many messages thus far. And I'm probably the only one who hasn't responded. It should have been enough to draw the attention of the triads. The god of time, Kairos, offers you to become their acolyte. Will you become Kairos's acolyte? Y/N. The god of the underworld, Orcus, offers you to become their acolyte. Will you become Orcus's acolyte? The goddess of concord, Harmonia, offers you to become their acolyte. Will you become Harmonia's acolyte? Just as I wanted, I found offers from the triad. In my previous life, I was the one being used. In this life, I will be the one using you. I raised my finger and pressed N. In the end, I rejected all three.